Wow, look at all these people. Anyways, it's so exciting to be here today. This is my first worldwide hair tour show. So this is such a privilege and an honor to be up here this evening in front of all you wonderful people. And I'd also like to thank Davines for this opportunity as well. So just to tell you a little bit about what you're going to see. If anybody knows me, I love to do a little bit of everything. I love to do a little bit of cutting, a little bit of styling, and a little bit of avant-garde. So that's what you'll see a little bit today. So you know that the common thread for the whole, the whole collection, or the whole sort of idea of what the Worldwide Hair Tour is, and it's all about color. So that was the major inspiration. But also, I really was infatuated with the sort of Viking culture. So I tried to interpret and really put inside this collection that you're going to see today is this sort of Viking feeling, maybe something that is a little bit more today, and infused with a little bit of the folklore dress. Okay, so I tried to put it all together, and you'll see the hair and the clothing will really kind of, melt together. Anyways, I hope it does, and I hope you enjoy it. So before we move any further, I think we'll get started. Everybody good? Everybody happy? All right, so let's get started. So this is Lois. So she's got just a very, very nice, simple haircut, right? What we did was we used the blade on her, so for the sake of time, we already started working in the back, so that's already done in the back. So I'm gonna comb this a little bit, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish cutting the sides off, and I'm gonna cut a nice little short fringe, just to give it a little bit more pop, make it a little bit more exciting. So before I start, I'd like to introduce you to my lovely assistant. This is Bryn, everybody. Bryn, this is the world. This is like Davines, all of Davines. All right. So I'm just going to turn her around a little bit here, and we're going to get started. Maybe tilt you over a little bit, honey. So we're going to use the blade, and I'm just going to finish cutting this off here. So I want a very, very, very soft line. Okay, and what I like about it is that it gives it that nice serrated edge, very, very soft and very, very flowy. So, as I'm doing this, I'm going to introduce to you my colorist, Amanda. Amanda's going to come out and talk a little bit about the color that's happening inside. Come on out, Amanda.
Hi. Ooh, that's a warm welcome. Hi, everyone. Hello.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, how's it going?
Okay, come in the light. Come in the light.
Come in the light. Okay. As you can see, we created a nice icy base. You'll notice Michael's using the blade, so I wanted to make sure that we left the hair in the best condition possible. So we went in with tolerance and progress on scalp application with 20 volume. And then on the mid-shaft and ends, we did progress with 30 volume. Again, with the hair protective booster, I knew that we were gonna leave the hair a very nice canvas for the blading, but also to go back in and put some accent colors. So as Michael is cutting, you will start seeing some different tones in there. Obviously, I wanted to get my hands on view, because who doesn't right now, right? You guys enjoying view? Yeah. So you'll see a steely tone. We use steel full intensity. I didn't dilute with any gloss at all because I really wanted that pigment. Our yellow tone is utilizing a new color. I didn't go full intensity, but sort of in between. I didn't want it to overpower. At the end of the day, we still wanted Lois to look blonde. And last but not least, a little bit of a lavender, just because I think working in 3 tones as your accent gives the most beautiful end result. How does the hair feel, Michael?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so again, that hair protective booster in our Century of Light, the Progress, is amazing. So it's a great tool for us colorists.
Yeah, great
I
job.
hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be back.
She'll be back, I promise. So I'm just working in through the front here right now, and you can see, once again, I'm using the blade. I use the blade on the whole haircut, because I wanted something very, very soft and very, very filtered. And it's very quick and very, very easy. You know, I love using the blade. I've always used the blade. I've been using the blade for, I don't know, 20 years, 25 years. I don't want to give my age away too much, but it's been a while. So, and it's just an amazing tool to really, you know, go in and create a very, very, very nice, soft, lived-in. So I like to cut hair that is very lived-in. And what I mean by that is that it looks like it's already grown out a little bit, and I like that look. What do you guys think about this fringe, nice and short? Yeah, it really opens up her face and it really exposes it. It just gives it a really nice sort of modern feel to it. All right, so I can see that in the camera there. Yeah, that changes it completely. All right. So we're just gonna do just quick little transformations. You know, nothing too crazy, but just to give you an idea and a feel, you know, what it's all about, really. I'm gonna use a little bit of hairspray, just quickly. Another just quick little transformation. So you can see that there's a lot of beautiful color going in through here. And you know, anybody that knows Iceland, the Aurora Borealis, you know, there's so many amazing natural colors that, you know, just happen naturally within this country. So, of course, you know, you got to have a little something, a little reflection of where we are. And I'm just going to spin you a bit. So you can just see there's a lot of nice color, and it's all vertical, and it's all working around the shape and just blending it all in. So what we did here was we just got a tongue and just quickly just section this top section out of the way, and we took section by section and just wrapped it around. All right, we can do that again. Here, come on over here, sweetie pie. I'm gonna spin you this way. Bless you, if you want to come over on this side. Take that for a second. Thank you. All right, so it's sectioned underneath, so that way it's easy that I can grab the hair. You guys see on the big screen? Or am I in the way? Am I in the way? All right, there we go. So I'm just grabbing the curling iron. Or maybe you want me to, yeah, that was gonna say, because otherwise I'll move her around the front. So I'm just bringing it off the top. And then I'm gonna close that clip and then bring it down and around. Just so that it gives you a little bit of a line of demarcation. Usually when we're in the salon, you don't want to see any lines, but in this case, we want to see some lines. So it just does that. It's really simple. Okay? Bryn, do you want to come over here, sweetie? Just hold that out of the way for me. All right. Get that out of the way. Let's get that out. Let's take that out. There we go. continue all the way around. Okay. That's basically it. Nothing too crazy. So we're going to take these clips out here, and then we're just going to brush it out. Because what I want to really happen is just to make the hair expand. Just so that the color really sprays out. Super simple. I've got my piece of piercing there. Got that all? Great. So now what happens is you get this little cap. You just get this little cap, this little line here. And what happens is you get this little zigzag. It's just very simple. Just brush it out. Those colors really blow up. All right, there we go. Okay, so we've got some curly hair. Curly hair seems to be making a comeback, isn't it? Right? Yeah, so it's nice and sexy. I like that. Very, very sexy. So what I want to do is I just want to go in and I want to use my trimmers and I just want to expand this shape out a little bit, but at the same time I want to create some sort of dimension, some surface dimension within the hair, so that way you're getting these highs and lows. And I'm just going to go in there and I'm just going to quickly cut it off with my trimmers. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to bring Amanda back out here because she's going to talk a little bit about the color. And she's back.
I'm back.
She's back, everybody.
Okay. So as you can see, the overall color is very steely and muted. But with curly hair, it's very easy for tones to get lost. So we went in first things first with pre-lightening with Progress, but the sections were almost in a brick lay, but remembering to take a thickness that's going to give you a whole curl. If it's too thin, it's going to get lost, especially how you can see Michael is cutting the hair and the hair is being pulled out. You want to make sure that you're pre-lightening in a way where you're getting a large enough section. Again, we utilize all view for the shine and the tone we wanted to achieve. You'll see amethyst in there, which we did dilute a little bit with the gloss, quartz, steel, and then we did a base color again with view with 3.0. So we wanted to keep that shadow root going into the lighter steely tones throughout the whole hair.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, you made it sound so simple.
It's so simple. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, sometimes, it doesn't need to be complicated, So, I just want to take off this bottom here, because I really want to just flatten that shape underneath a little bit. So I'm going to take a little bit more off here. Everybody have a good time last night? Yeah? Everybody enjoying themselves? Are you sure? Because it doesn't sound like it. I'm just gonna continue to just expand the shape a little bit. Pull out some of these curls so they stick out, so it looks a little bit more erratic. So not so perfect, you know? Because I'm not perfect, I'm not even close. Who said that? All right. So I'm just using a little bit of this extra strong hairspray, more inside. Just want to expand these little curls, make it look a little bit more disheveled and not so, like I said, not so perfect. How's it looking? So my hair's this curly. I just know how to cheat. I know how to, you know, how to make my hair go straight, flat iron it. Good? All right. Okay, here we go. I love this part of the section of the show because I love doing avant-garde. Avant-garde is such an amazing way to really express yourself, and you know, it's really a reflection of who you are and what you're feeling at that point in time in your life. So once again, because we're in Iceland, I was very moved by this black sand beaches here, and if you guys have seen them, they have these beautiful natural walls of architecture that just happens in nature, and it's just incredible. And a lot of the colors are very muted. They're like blacks and grays and whites. And everything is very, very linear, extremely linear. So I wanted to mimic that. I wanted to have a reinterpretation or my own interpretation of that sort of texture and of that feel. And so these three girls are that interpretation. So what we did here was, anyways, do you guys like the clothes? Yeah? Yeah, I think they're really great. So Ukrainian designer, I can never say the name right. I don't know if it's Dizus or Dizhouse but they're really amazing. And what I love about it is, once again, it has this sort of futuristic reflection of that folklore, from that Viking folklore here in Iceland from back in the day. And so we started here, and everything is basically, it's all braided, small little braids, okay? And then after we braided everything, you can see, turn around. So everything is braided. And then everything is intertwined, and thank you. And everything is intertwined, okay? So it takes a little bit of time. This one took me about a month. Yeah, it's just like you just sit there and you twist and you twist and you twist and you twist. And it's funny because sometimes, you know, when I'm watching something on stage, sometimes you think, oh, it's really fast and easy, but you know, avant-garde work, as some of you know, I'm sure a lot of you know, is very tedious, right? It takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. I like to call it creative patience, right? Because you sit there for hours and you do the same thing over and over again, and it's very monotonous. So, anyways, so yeah, so we wrapped everything, and basically this fabric is yarn, okay? It's yarn, so everything is totally wrapped one by one by one by one. So what I want to do is I just want to turn her around for a second, okay? And I just want to take this off. And open this up just a little bit. And we're going to turn her, and there she is. So, looks nice and easy and simple. Okay, so the other thing too is that I was talking to the designer. I said I want their faces closed off, you know, because I just wanted that look. I wanted that feel, especially for this section. It's almost kind of like, you know, how the nuns have their faces, you know, closed off. So I wanted that kind of feel, and she kind of looked at me and she's like, "Are you sure?" I said, yeah, I'm feeling it. I know it's gonna work. It'll look good, especially with the clothes. So there we go. That's her, okay? So here's the other one here. And once again, inside, there's 2 braids on the inside, here and here. Okay, if we turn her around. Okay, so everything is braided. Just 2 big braids on each side. And then the braids continue all the way down. And then what we did was we got the yarn again and we stitched inside and out, so like a figure 8. So it shows the separation and it shows a little bit of the divot within the shape itself. So before we did this, the braids inside are also wrapped in black yarn, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, you wanna cut this? Should I cut it? What do you think? Yeah, let's do it. All right, so Alessio, come on over here. So I'm gonna tilt you here, okay? And I'm gonna just start cutting it. Make sure I don't mess it up. My spray. Did I bring it with me? Ah, here it is. So it changes the shape a little bit, doesn't it? inside and out, just like you're basically sewing clothes. And we just stitched it. And to be honest with you, I had to do this 3 times. So the first time it was like 2 weeks, the second time it was 2 weeks, and then finally I figured it out. So in total it was like 6 weeks. Yeah, so it was kind of crazy. So, yeah. Now if I was really good, I would have figured it out the first time. All right, so what we did here, I'm gonna turn you sideways, honey. What we did here is, once again, we sewed in and out, back and forth, in and out, back and forth, section by section by section by section by section, okay? So it takes a little bit of time. All right, so the really nice thing about this is that you can really play with this. You can really have some fun, and we're gonna do that right now. So Alessio, if you wanna come on this side, right? Maybe if you come in the front. Yeah, sorry. He's gonna hate me. He's like, stop telling me what to do. All right, so. Can you see that? So you see how that opens up? Right? So basically what you're doing is you're really creating that nice open shape, that really nice, inside shape so that you can see through it. So I'm just going to open these up as well. See that? Same thing in the back. Just going to open these up as well. So you really show that opening on the inside. And it just makes it just something interesting, something very, very simple but interesting. So I was learning how to sew and, sewing machine and all that kind of stuff. And, that's the great thing about what we do, The great thing about being hairdressers, there's so many things there's so many possibilities. And I really enjoy this part because, it's just so free. Right? And then this one, pull it straight down. What do you think? Just a little bit of fun? Just turn your honey. All right. So, where are you going? Come back here. All right, so there's my 3 lovely avant-garde. I hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you. All right, and thank you so much for having me here today. Have an amazing time the rest of your time here. Thank you.